Yes, but by FJTV. So I apologise if the light gets a bit bright because the sun's finally starting to come out, even though it was a bit cloudy earlier. Basically, for context, just been done the day class for the Muay Thai. Obviously, people that have been following the channel for a bit know I've said I've got a fight coming up for next weekend. So this week is kind of like peak week, where I'm trying to like ramp my training up. My initial thought process was to do the day class, maybe do some light cardio or even go for a proper run and then do the evening class. But something in my mind was telling me, bruv, I was just like, I'd rather do my sprints in the evening. Didn't want to be waiting around and then fasting or then going and having to fucking buy food and stuff. And I was just thinking, you know what, let me just go off my intuition. So of course I've done the class, came home, thought, yeah, sweet, I'm gonna, make some content first. So dangle that carrot of food behind making a YouTube video so I don't eat and then chill and then put it off. But if I'm gonna do this, then eat, then I'm gonna go for a walk for digestion, and then later on this evening, I'm gonna do my sprints, I'm gonna do my running, where I'm obviously gonna try and like redline my cardio. That's a minute gone already, so what I'm gonna probably put for the title of the video is something that's gonna seem like clickbait. I understand for this first minute of kind of waffling. Again, I might have lost some people. It is what it is, bro, yeah. But the more I get closer and closer to where I need to be, where I am going to be, the further I walk down this path where it becomes clearer and clearer in my mind. It's been clear from this time last year, if not further before that, yeah. But like I said, without further ado, I don't want to drag this one on. So I'm gonna purposely show on camera also, don't watch the surroundings. I've said in previous videos, the house I'm living in is kind of under construction. It is what it is. I'm not gonna really get too deep on that, but don't watch the background. And obviously you can see the bathroom and the door is off the hinges, yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna show the one yoga pose you need to worry about. I've put a cushion on the floor of the fucking laminate. It's not a laminate, it's just wood floor. When I do some of the stretches that I'm going to show to kind of incorporate with the practice. But basically, bro, this is the one yoga pose, if you even want to call it a yoga pose, the one stretch, if you like, even though it's stretching multiple parts of your body, alongside the breath work. Again, the reason why I'm doing that, because it's whatever mouth noises you need, yeah. But this is literally the only thing you need to do. You want to talk about enlightenment, you want to talk about the spiritual stuff and tapping in, and like I've said about, almost like unplugging and plugging back into the matrix, yeah. Now, forewarning, yeah, little disclaimer for this video. Don't just try this willy-nilly, yeah. Don't just, oh, well, I've seen Josh do, I'm gonna go and do it. Like a little thing I wanna say before getting into it. I don't wanna drag it on too much, but be physically prepared to pass out, because that can happen when you're just getting used to this practice, yeah. Because you've got to be able to mind-muscle connection, not panic when it starts to go a little bit almost like your vision, like you're underwater. And be, did I say physically? Yeah, physically prepared to potentially pass out. And then mentally prepared, bruv, yeah. Because in that in-between stage, you might panic a little bit, and then you're going to kind of lose some of the effect of it. But as I see 3-3-3 on the timer, in perfect time, I'm going to kind of talk my way through it while doing it, and then I'm going to show you me just actually doing it with the breath work. Again, with the breath work, something you want to get used to, where really understanding filling your lungs. This is where a little synchronicity for me in my life of course, I would have had to have had drunken nights out, smoking cigarettes, smoking the vapes, smoking, a little bit of Mary Jane, which I don't really hate on too much, but not the time or the place right now in my life. But that gave me that feeling in my lungs where I know when my lungs are fully filled, and it's almost like that slight feeling of a burning sensation. Not a burning sensation, but what would be a burning sensation if I was smoking some sort of inhalant. I was going to say inhalant, that's not even a word, is it? But anyway, that's 4 minutes gone, yeah, so I don't want to drag this one on too much. Guaranteed the light will probably come out and make it a little bit blurry, so I'm doing my best. Also, don't watch what I'm wearing, I've just chucked my clothes on after training, but cool, yeah. Do this on, definitely on camera. So, all we're going to do, and again, like I said, a little bit of pre-warning. This takes a bit of mind-muscle connection. I've got flip-flops on as well, because again, don't watch the fact that I'm in the building site. But all we're going to do, yeah, is while we're in a deep squat like this, yeah. I hope that's kind of clear. I probably should be wearing black for this, but you can see my spine is kind of curved as the sun comes out. Of course it would. What we're going to do, put our hands together, again, almost like we're praying, And in this pose with my legs wide, it's almost like pushing my hands together is pushing my elbows that way, like I'm opening up my legs. Again with balance, if I'm here like that and I try and go really straight, you might go backwards, you might have to adjust your feet placement a little bit, yeah? But all you're going to do, hands together, pushing against your thighs, just get your back as straight as possible, tuck your chin in, and then full inhalation, so. And then once we do that, we're going to hold the air in, we're going to stand up straight, I might have to move down a little bit, stand up straight, stretching up nice and tall, still with the air in your lungs, and exhale. Now, if even on the standing up portion, you might sort of feel like you need to crouch back down, yeah, your legs might go a little bit jelly, and you're like, pick the camera up first. Again, like I said, bruv, I accidentally figured this shit out, bruv, when, like I said, bruv, this spiritual, the journey, whatever you want to call it, bruv, but life journey, you had to go certain things. Of course, I would realise, I need to start stretching, bro. I'm always in the gym. I'm always deadlifting. I've got all the demons I want to get out and exercise the demons, literally. So I'm a little bit out of breath from doing that. And figuring out this shit accidentally. And the first time I did it, I've touched on it once in the channel, but I passed out and I didn't even do that pose. I was literally just, imagine standing straight, just leaning down, trying to touch my toes because my lower back was so tight and sore because, again, deadlifting it every week and doing heavy squats, and my lower back is just constantly locked up. I was getting like a reoccurring sort of nerve pain injury where if that goes, it's literally like flicking a switch, that's it, my back's fucked for the week. And I was still in the gym weight training around it, but again, not to dwell on, that was like sort of 22 days again when I walked away from the Muay Thai. The first time I was doing it, but I'm not going to hold you, I don't want to drag this video on too much, but again, I'm going to do it again in a second. But as we're doing it, filling the lungs again, like I say, mind muscle connection. When I'm saying that, that is really almost like your brain is inside that muscle group where you feel exactly where your body needs to be. Like I said, say that your foot, that being your big toe, obviously like a chimpanzee, but you know, for context, you might feel like you need to adjust your feet placement. You might get slight pains in your hip or your knees or your shins. Again, all of this comes from, like I said, when I say I really do this, bro, yeah, that's why it's FJTV. Fitness Journeys TV, bro. I've been a personal trainer. I've been that guy always in that fucking gym, yeah? And again, I'm not gonna hold you, but like I said, all the awakening that comes with figuring out certain things. Quick thing I'll touch on as well for the man them, because obviously I feel like women get into yoga and stuff a little bit easier because natural flexibility, whatever, but for the lads, yeah? You wanna talk about the semen retention, yeah? First of all, bro, when I'm going to do it in a second again, and I'm showing you when you really do get that psychedelic feeling where it's like third eye vision, sort of like underwater. Like I said, I'll show it again properly in a second. And you might even see me on camera, sort of, and then I'm back in the room. But to finish that point, this, in the nightly routine, alongside other stretches that I've put a pillow on the floor to show, that's going to eliminate the wet dreams. And the same way I can stand on my 10 toes, one hand on my big hairy bollocks, but you know, not to be crude and facetious, I'm obviously doing that to be slightly humorous, but I can say and bait face on the internet, but like, this is going to eliminate them, because there's been times where, like I said, on different streaks, but you're having them dreams and you're like, no, I'm trying to retain, and then whatever, if you want to call it a succubus or even just your subconscious, and then you whatever's rubbing on the sheets and you're getting that friction and the feeling's coming and it's about to happen, and then you sort of wake yourself up out of that dream, clenching your pelvic floor, and you don't lose any energy, you don't leak out nothing yet. Again, not to be crude when I'm saying leaking and whatever, but this comes from doing these practices, bro, because again, like I said, mind muscle connection. I've seen some people talk about you need to be squeezing your pelvic floor, you need to be doing Kegels. My thought process is that's to do with a musculature that is linked in with going to the toilet. You don't want to be locked up and full of tension. If anything, you want to be doing the opposite, where we're doing the breath work, where imagine I ain't got two hands, but I can do this because I'm a genius like that. Imagine, let me get the fucking light. The musculature around, let me try and do this correctly. Imagine, bro, it's like the top is your piss hole and the bottom is your anus, yeah, again, without being crude. We don't want to be all locked up where the musculature's like that, but then it's like that, then it's like that. It's almost like you can do that, but you want to get the breath work where, again, we're expanding the fascia so then we can contract it more efficiently, yeah? Again, that was a bit of waffle that I wasn't even intended on getting, but cool, I'm gonna do the stuff. I'm gonna do the pose again. Oh, the lighting's gone a bit dead. Let me see if I've got balance. Again, before this video, I was doing it in the room. Again, like I said, be prepared to sort of go where my bed's behind me. So as I stood up, I could feel that feeling, that psychedelic feeling. Slowly sat down on the bed, still holding my breath. Slowly let myself lie backwards onto the bed and then exhale. And then again, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then you're back in the room. Yeah, but cool. Back into the pose as the light goes, thank you. So again, we're in the squat, hands together, elbows against your knee or inner thigh. You can see my back's really rounded at the minute as well. Try and get that as straight as possible. Tucking your chin and then full inhalation with your lungs. As soon as your lungs are full, standing up tall, and then slowly exhaling. Again, same thing. Again, the same way I've said in previous videos, there's times when I do this different parts of the day in terms of just the breath holds, yeah? And you just get that clarity, bruv, where I don't even want to load up my phone and start saying, yeah, we're in a simulation and brrr, and you need to be in the gym, even though obviously I'm not saying you need to, I'm just saying this is what I'm saying as advice, but you get me, yeah? I do like that, so it's just a normal background. But as I'm saying, bro, when you really do this and you really do tap into the wisdom, in that moment then, I didn't really get that crazy psychedelic feeling. Part of it, and I think it was the fourth one, I could feel my lungs weren't fully inhaled, so I had to a little bit, almost like a double inhale, and then do it. But on that last one, as I'm looking out, onto the golf course over the garden, not trying to flex that I live next to one, but you get me. Like I said, don't even own the house. Excuse me. You just get that clarity, that focus, and the same way, bro. Like I said before loading up this video, doing it just where I really was doing almost like the testicle breathing, where I'm sat on the edge of the bed. And again, I've spoken about that in another video. That's a topic for another day, because I don't want to drag this one on. And then again with the breath work, and then like I said, as you exhale, and it's like you just feel yourself. Again, like I said, like leave for a second and come back. I know some people might contradict what I'm saying. Some people might say this, some people might say that. Do what works for you, bro. But again, just quickly as well with the other stretches, like I said. So we've got that one again. Sometimes you might find yourself just holding that pose, yeah, because I feel it in my groin as well. I feel it in my lower back. Sometimes you might be stretching forward. Might go into literally, like I said, just leaning forward. Another one I do in the evening again with routines to eliminate the lust, almost dropping as well. Going as low as you can with the splits and then turning sideways into a lunge, stretching your hip flexors, apologise for the quality of the video. I know some people have got these mad technologies, bro. They can like put images here and then they can talk there and brrr. But yeah, man, I'm just literally clicking record on my phone and we're going through it. But that's just a quick one. I'll leave the video there. As I'm saying, bro, if you start to incorporate this one practice in, and I guarantee eventually it will click, bro. And there'll be a moment where you'll fully fill your lungs, you'll stand up, and as you get to the top, and literally, I've done this in nature. I've done this stood in like a collection of branches in a tree, where imagine I'm stood in the palm of my hand and that's the tree coming out of the earth and these are obviously the branches. And I'm stood barefoot. Yeah, this is like 2023 days, bro. I'm not even gonna get into it. But I'm really like trying to tap in. And I'm literally saying, give me this wisdom, bro. I'm ready. Whatever direction we go, I'm ready. Someone's ragging the car outside. And doing this breath work, there was moments when I crouch down, I'm literally grabbing onto the tree branches. I'm like this, staring forward, and the matrix around me, I can't see any of it. It's almost like I'm opening my eyes underwater. You're seeing like fractals, imagery, all kinds of stuff. And the first sort of conscious thought as you're sort of back in the room sort of thing, straight away is, bro, this ain't real. This is not real. I get it, bro. Have all the neurosurgeons. What he's actually doing is cutting off his oxygen supply. Bro, like I'm saying, this isn't even physical, bro. Yeah. This around you, yeah. But the same way, bro, like I said, when I do this, and there are moments when I do get that sort of psychedelic feeling, the reason why I do that sort of action is because that's how you feel. Sometimes I'm leaning back onto the bed. My mind is like, I don't want to collapse on the floor, because you've, again, forgot for the second that I'm sat on the bed already. And straight away, as soon as I come back around, I take a big inhale. Sometimes I start shadowboxing because it's like, as I said in recent videos, bro, I am a professional fighter. Say it in the present tense, yeah? I am a professional fighter. I've even done the short from a video when I'm saying it in Italian and Portuguese as well. Sono un combattente professionista, which is Italian. In Portuguese, eu sou um lutador profissional. Again, like I said, present tense, yeah? And like I said, I don't want to drag the video on too much. I don't want to keep waffling too much. But it's something I've been meaning to get out there. And same like I said, bro, you're talking about simultaneous. People talk about urges. I've said it in other videos when someone's like, yeah, that's cool, bro, but me, man like me, yeah, bro, I just get so horny and I just need to, and I don't really feel, it's not a relapse, but yeah, and they're chatting a load of shit, bro. They're chatting a load of nonsense, bro. Same way, again, in recent times, it always happens. I'm flicking Instagram and I'm like, don't be doom scrolling, but I caught myself. And I came on like a page where someone's talking about nofap. So again, cool, salute, I shout out anyone doing it. But then the comments, straight away, bro, I look in the comments, which I knew I shouldn't have done because I knew someone was going to trigger me. Someone saying, oh, do we lose energy when we have a wet dream? Yes, is the answer. Then I'm seeing comments and it's just a bunch of cope. Just a bunch of people saying, nah, it's your body getting rid of the excess. Bro, no, it's because you've not fixed the mental patterns. You've still got that in the back of your mind, that subconscious lust where you're looking at a woman and straight away, so, oh, yeah. And I get it, bro. I've been there, bro. We all get, bro. Yesterday in the gym, I'm sparring and I'm seeing as a woman, not even a girl, a woman come to watch another class and she's talking to one of the instructors. And then at one point, we sort of make eye contact. Maybe me, I can't help it. And then she looks away. And then I carried on my conversation. Of course, it's like, yeah, I would. Josh, yeah, I would. But redirect the focus. Finish my conversation with this other person where we're talking about fucking fighting. And then he's like, yeah, should we do another round of sparring? And then again, I'm just lighting someone up and not even to gas myself up like that because I'd never sparred with this person before. We did like 3 or 4 rounds, pause. But of just back-to-back sparring, it was good. Obviously, good workout, whatever, cool. Where was I going with that point? Yeah, but with the lust, bro, you got in the back of your mind subconscious programming that from years of abuse of watching, bro, I'm 27 a day before my fight, bro. I wish I had this knowledge 10 years ago, bro. But I didn't, and it's the journey, so I get it. But like I said, bro, if you're 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, even shit from, 20 to my age, or even fucking older, bro, we already know stimulus retention. We already know the benefits. But like I said, bro, if I knew this back then, bro, light years ahead. I'd probably be fucking 6'2" if I knew this at 14, 15. Yeah, I'm not gonna get deep on that tangent or rabbit hole. But again, last little point with the SR. That's it again, incorporating the yogic stretching, because again, like I was saying with your pelvic floor, you don't want to be locked up all tight and like a chimpanzee. I'm all for the weight training, bro. I don't want to be the geezer that, because I'm not doing bodybuilding or strength training, I'm going to start shitting on it. I nearly spat then. That's not what I'm trying to be doing. My thing was, I know I need to reincorporate specific weight training exercises and strength training in my training plan. But at the minute, like I said, bro, if I'm having a Muay Thai fight, focus on the Muay Thai. Kind of obvious, yeah. But also, like I'm saying, even when I reintroduce the weights, I know I've got to get my flexibility better. I understand, like I said, years of been doing this. Years of, even if you're, like I said, thinking in that mental box of like the matrix of reading the textbooks, and then you learn the information, and you do an exam, and you regurgitate the information, yeah? And it's not critical thinking. But like I said, bridging the gap of, I've only got one hand free, but you get what I'm trying to do. Bridging the gap of all this knowledge. And like I said, there's a reason why in TV, film and media, these monks in the East are always like meditating for hours on end, and then they're these crazy martial artists that can do all manner of kind of flips and tricks and whatever, bro. And of course, there's no women around them. Of course, a tiger walks by and they just sort of lock eyes, and it's almost like the tiger gives him a little nod, because the tiger knows, hey man, that's an apex predator too. They're walking upright, it's weird. You get me? Yeah, and I get, kind of being facetious. I'm kind of saying that in a kind of funny tone, or funny way of articulating. But that's over 20 minutes. I'll leave the video there. I'm going to try and think of a title that's kind of clickbait that might get a wider audience. But for the people already subscribed, my current 55 subscribers, like I said, man, nothing but love. Anyone, watching the videos, liking the videos, comment on the videos. I've got a link to my Instagram. The person that messaged me on Instagram the other day, shout out you. My Patreon link's in the description. I don't expect anyone to put their hard-earned money in my pocket. But if you want to support the channel, if you want access to the old archived FJTV library, that more videos will slowly get added to as my channel. I keep it fresh and clean, cut and concise. So like I said, currently there's videos on the channel that eventually will be only on the Patreon. There's videos on the Patreon that eventually will only be privatized, that only I've got the link to, but that's a story for another day. My linked in the Patreon with the coaching tier. Like I said, bro, I really do this. You want to talk about weight training, exercise, gym, fitness journeys, bro. I've already said it. Clue is in the title. It's my brand, whatever. Incorporating meditation, incorporating sim retention, incorporating certain breath work and practices if you really want, like I said, the keys to the wisdom of the universe that I'm not even going to act like I've got all of. But like I said, when you really dial in, when you really tap in with this breath work, again, of course, I'll be redirected in this life trajectory back to the martial arts, bro. Because of course, I can't have this rattling around in my head. Can't be thinking, yeah, warrior in a garden. And I never really truly test myself in the spirit and essence of competition, because it's all love at the end of the day, yeah? But that was a little bit of manner at the end of the video, but cool. Like I said, man, stay up, stay on your purpose, try this practice, try it, don't pass out and crack your head open, basically, is all I'm saying. But yeah, try it, see what works for you, comment down below. I hope I covered everything, yeah. Stay up, stay on your purpose, let's fucking go.